Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jordan Cameron back with another video today. Hope everyone's well out there. We're continuing to see total market cap continuing to move up here. We're continuing to see Bitcoin moving up. Bitcoin at 96,400, hitting almost a high of 97,400 today, almost pushing that 100K point. And just continue to see stablecoin dominance fall, continuing to see total 3 break out. And continue to see Bitcoin continuing to follow global liquidity. So we got a lot to talk about today, guys. Let's jump on in. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you don't forget to sack that subscribe button and like the video as always. So guys, if you haven't been following the channel, once again, just a quick update for everyone new. We are looking at the biggest blow off top in crypto history, followed by the biggest or basically the .com bubble 2.0. That's kind of what we're looking forward to. We're looking for a move for the total cryptocurrency market cap up to that 10 trillion point, which is the 4236 Fibonacci extension, the same Fibonacci extension that we hit in the previous bull market, where the crypto masses will get sucked in. Your grandma will love crypto, right? Before ultimately, as the masses get sucked in and as the masses believe crypto will change the world, we see the .com bubble 2.0. Well, then everyone expects cryptocurrency is a scam. Everyone gives up before we get the real cryptocurrency bull run, the utility bull run later on in the 2020s. So let's talk about what we got going on right now, guys. So sort of in the last few months, we've been discussing, okay, as long as Bitcoin holds the 50 moving average band, which is done in every single one of our consolidations in this bull market in 2023 down here, in 2024 right here, and right over here in 2025, we saw the same thing again, and we continue to be bullish as long as Bitcoin held the 50 moving average bands. And that's going to continue on this channel to be our invalidation. That's going to continue to be the point where we say, okay, if Bitcoin does come down and start to get weekly closes back below the 50 moving average bands, we flip bear, and we're looking for a prolonged bear market from that point. But as long as Bitcoin continues to hold our 50 moving average bands, we're looking for Bitcoin to continue up into higher prices after the consolidation is over. Okay, now we have a couple different things of why we expect that to happen, and they've been playing out perfectly, right? Obviously, Bitcoin holds the 50 moving average bands. But why are we looking, just because Bitcoin holds the 50 moving average bands does not guarantee that it moves up. Why are we expecting it to move up? Well, we know that global liquidity has been moving up for the past 2 or 3 months, and Bitcoin follows global liquidity with about a 2 to 3 month lag. We can see that global liquidity has broken to new highs. So we are expecting Bitcoin to come up and make new highs. Also, on the same standpoint, we're looking at our stablecoin dominance chart, which our signal was right here, guys. As soon as this broke down, we said, okay, that's going to be the start of when Bitcoin starts to break to the upside. That's going to be the start of when that boring sideways consolidation that was happening for Bitcoin for the past few months was over. And as soon as you saw this breakdown right over here in the middle of April, that's when Bitcoin said, you know what, screw this. I'm going to start going up. Okay, and that was absolutely perfect. And what we're continuing to expect here is over the course of the next few months for the rest of 2025, we're expecting the stablecoin dominance chart to come all the way back down, at least back to the range lows. I'm expecting a new low to be taken out before we're expecting this to come back up. And that's going to be the inverse correlation, because we know that if stablecoin dominance comes down all the way back down to this bottom of this really 2-year range here, because it's a range until it's not. If we expect stablecoin dominance to come back down to range lows, stablecoin dominance goes down, then we expect total market cap to go up. And that's what I believe is going to get us to that 4236 extension. That's what I believe it's going to get us to that 10 trillion point. And everyone and their mother, everyone that you know, people that you don't even expect would be in cryptocurrency, will be sucked into this market. And that's when us on this channel are going to continue to take profits the more euphoric this market gets, because right now the tariffs have absolutely scared the crap out of everybody. The more euphoric that people get on this way up, we're going to be taking profits on this channel. We're going to be screaming, guys, it's time to sell. It's not time to be buying. Okay, we're going to be screaming that. The past few months, we've been screaming, hey guys, Bitcoin's at the 50 moving average band. It's probably a fantastic time to be buying, a fantastic time to be being bullish. The higher this price gets, and you can see so far, it's not the biggest move, but it's starting to turn into a pretty decent sized move here, especially on the Bitcoin chart. Okay, the higher that Bitcoin gets here, And the higher that total market cap gets here, the more fearful that we're going to get on this channel, okay? So as we continue along, what are we kind of expecting going forward? Well, I think with the interesting thing I saw over here on the total 3 chart, which is basically our altcoins, right? Our total 3 is crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. We have seen a breakout. Now, I'm not going to be the first person who comes on here and says, okay, just because we saw a breakout on total 3, we're expecting this massive pump, right? Obviously, anyone can look at a breakout and say whatever. But, you know, if we kind of look at this, and we talked about this a little bit on last channel, or the last video, guys. If we kind of go back to the weekly chart, right? We're looking at total 3 being in this giant rising wedge, which is ultimately a bearish pattern, by the way, guys. But we're looking at this being a rising wedge for the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And it's basically a slowing in momentum, right? Diminishing returns, which eventually leads to, you know, sort of this rug pull that we're expecting towards the end of this year for probably all markets, to be honest. But if we kind of look at this, and we've made this comparison each time, we talked about this last video, but each time that we've seen crypto total, total 3 come back down to this trend line, even during the COVID crash, right? We had a slight move below, black swan, back above, held, right? Back over here in 2023, back right here in 2024, and back right here in 2025. Each one of these times, what we've seen is total 3 do at least 140% move, right? Each time that it's hit this trend line, we've seen 140% move up for the total 3 chart, okay? And what we've actually noticed, and if you guys haven't seen, is we've actually got a weekly breakout. And if you look, the 3 times in this bull market where we've both hit the trend line and then seen a breakout, right? So we hit the trend line here, we saw a breakout, we saw from that last low of the touch of here to the top, we saw 153% move for total 3. And right here, where we hit our trend line, okay, we finally got the breakout. That move from that low was approximately 146% move, right? So we have 2 back-to-back 150% moves. If we were just to do that, and I believe that this move is going to be bigger. This move is actually going to be more parabolic than those moves. But if we say, hey, we have the same thing going on. We have a hit of this trend line. We're now seeing that weekly breakout right here, guys. The weekly breakout of the trend line that's been keeping us down for a few months. If we take the lows, all right, let me move this arrow out of the way so you guys can see. But if we take our lows and we go up 150%, that almost already puts us at our target, right? 150% move from that low that we just saw from the tariff scare, right, would put crypto total currency market cap at that 1.65 trillion point over here, right? And my target is between the 2618 Fibonacci and the 3618 Fibonacci, between about 2.5 trillion and 3.35 trillion. So it almost gets us to there if we just only see the move that we saw back over here and we saw back over here, okay? That's only if we see the same magnitude of move. But I do believe that this move is going to be the biggest and most parabolic move that we've seen in this bull market, because each time in each bull market, right, the end of the bull market tends to be the most parabolic, right? Here, in here, okay? It tends to be the most parabolic phase is sort of those last 6 months of the bull market, right? From September 2017 to January 2018, it's about 5 months. You saw this big parabolic move. And December 2020 to May 2021, which is also about 6 months, you saw this parabolic move. So I'm expecting that we're going to see a parabolic move for the total 3 chart up to this 2.5 to 3.35 trillion, which is between the 2618 and 3618 Fibonacci, which is what we saw in the previous bull market. So putting that all together, right? Putting that we're expecting Bitcoin to come up and make new highs. Why? Held the 50 moving average band. We're expecting stablecoin dominance to come down. We know that Bitcoin follows global liquidity, right? Expecting Bitcoin to come up and make new highs. Watching total 3 break out, and we've seen 150% moves on those 2 previous breakouts in this bull market so far. That is what is going to drive this total market cap chart to come up to this 10 trillion or the 4236 Fibonacci at that just awesome psychological level of 10 trillion. Okay. Now, guys, I just want to make this clear. This is my theory. This is my hypothesis, right? This is not guaranteed. And I just want to make that clear. I have an invalidation, though I am very confident in this happening because of everything that I see around, right? Most people bearish because of tariffs. Most people just can't imagine crypto going up because we had the most bullish news at the beginning of this year. Bitcoin strategic reserve, right? Altcoins, cases getting dropped by the SEC, Gary Gensler getting fired, right? All this stuff happening, but crypto didn't go up. So what could possibly make crypto go up? That's exactly what you want to hear. You want there basically be no reason for cryptocurrency to go up, right? You don't want good news. Good news usually marks tops, guys. Okay. So the fact that we don't really, there's not all this stuff that's like, everyone's like, oh my God, we can go up. The market would already be higher in that case. So this is is my hypothesis. And though it is not guaranteed, like I was kind of rambling about, I have very high confidence that this will play out. Though I know that nothing is guaranteed in markets and nothing is setting in stone, right? Anything could change at any moment. So I continue to say on this channel that I am a Bitcoin bull as long as Bitcoin is above the 50 moving average bands. And historically, the best time to buy altcoins, if you believe that Bitcoin is still in a bull market, is when Bitcoin is close to the 50 moving average bands. The last few months was the best time to accumulate altcoins. You're probably up 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100% on a lot of altcoins if you were buying when Bitcoin was close to the 50 moving average band, or just lowering your averages, okay, or hiring your averages. I don't know, whatever you've been doing. But I continue to say, as long as Bitcoin holds the 50 moving average bands, guys, I am a massive bull. I'm expecting Bitcoin to come up and make new highs, and I'm expecting the most parabolic run in crypto history over the, by the end of 2025. And then I'm expecting the biggest bear market in crypto history where probably 90% of cryptos go to zero, like literally zero, like no liquidity in them besides dust in people's wallets. .com bubble 2.0, everyone's calling crypto a scam before the actual useful projects go on their own bull market, very similar to what the .com era did in the early 2000s, where many, the best tech stocks, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, all those things went down 90, 95%, some 99%, but then the best companies rose out of that. And we saw, massive internet and .com and tech bull run since then. Okay. That's kind of what I'm expecting for crypto. So the thesis is still there, guys. Bitcoin continues to truck up 96,567 as we speak. Total market cap continuing to truck up. I do just think that this is a very small move comparative to what's to come. And we've seen the altcoin market break its trend line. And we've seen what that's done. It's give us 150% gains from the lows in the previous two iterations. All right, so that's today's video, guys. I'm going to keep it nice, sweet, and short. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smack the subscribe button. Hit the like button before your way out. I appreciate you. We got over 1,000 likes on the last video. That is absolutely insane. Can we get 1,500 likes today? That's the goal. I will be back at some point, guys. At some point, maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Much love and peace.